My name's Sophie Wright. I am a chef and a food writer. I've written 2 cookery books, and I work with French goat cheese and I create recipes for their Easy Cheesey Chevre campaign. So I'll show you the warm salad first, and then I will show you very quickly my recipe for my marinated goat's cheese. So in my salad I have beetroot, which is pre-cooked, so as you would buy in your supermarket. It's boiled, it's not pickled, okay, but it's vacuum packed. It's very cheap, very good for you. Turn up the heat on a pan. Well, I've been demonstrating the recipes that I created at the beginning of the year. And those recipes are a collection of 6 different French goat's cheeses that are widely available in all our supermarkets. So I've just created 6 different recipes. Some using a milder goat's cheese, some using a stronger goat's cheese. There's over 1,000 different goat's cheeses that are produced in France, so obviously we can't do all of them, but we've used, as I say, we've used 6 today, and you know, they started at the beginning of the year, and we've got recipe booklets, and I'm just showing everyone how to create them. Pop in your quartered beetroot. These came whole. I've just cut them into quarters or 8. Flambe. So the thing with beetroot when it's boiled, it's a bit boring, it's a bit bland, there's not much flavour. So I want to put my own flavour in it. I don't want to buy pickled beetroot because that's got that horrible malt vinegar, very strong, overpowering flavour, and that will ruin my salad. Well, I think the benchmark is French goat's cheese. They were the ones who started making it, and then everyone goes to France to find out how this cheese is made. And you know, they're the front runners. There's more varieties of their cheese than there is anyone else's. And I shouldn't really say it, but I will, because it is very, very good and it is the best. But yeah, I mean, all the English producers will go to France to find out how they make it. Dig my spoon into this cheese and you'll see the outside is all oozy and runny. And that's exactly what we want on our lovely salad. You can eat the rind. The rind's fantastic to eat. I went to Westminster Kingsway College in London when I was 16, so straight from school. I wasn't necessarily the most academic girl at school, but I was very creative. So when everyone else was studying biology, all I wanted to do was cook. So yeah, I went straight to catering college after school. And from there I started doing a lot of competitions, and I became recognised because I was one of very few girls in a big group of boys who actually could hold their own in a kitchen. And from there I went on to run a restaurant in Notting Hill. I was the head chef there for 2 years, and carried on competing on a national and international level, and carried on networking with the right people, I suppose. And then from there I got the opportunity to write a cookery book, so I left my job and started writing books. And I've now got 2, and I'm 24, so that's quite nice that I've done 2 cookery books. So hence why French goat's cheese came to me and asked me to design some recipes for them. Make sure that when you finish, your goat's cheese is all covered with oil. If it's not covered with oil, your cheese will oxidise and it could go off. Might not, but it could. So as long as it's covered at all times, it will keep in the fridge for a long time. I'm classically French trained. That was my background at college. We always cooked classical French dishes all the way back to Escoffier times. You know, they taught us the basics from there. But I've got a huge passion for France. You know, a lot of my family live in France. So and we always used to holiday in France. So that's my real thing. You know, seeing new regions and learning about new produce, and seeing how versatile it is. You get soft to hard. There's all different shapes and sizes, so there's mini logs, crotons, ones in pyramid shapes, big round heavy ones, and there's all sorts of different varieties. Some are wrapped in, you know, hazelnut leaves and vine leaves, so it's endless, it's completely endless. You think you've seen them all, then you find another one. So, but the ones we're doing are ones that are more widely available in supermarkets. A lot of goat's cheeses are mainly found in delis and artisan cheese shops. Just because they're harder to source, really. So we're just trying to introduce the British public to, you know, the easy introduction into goat's cheese, really. So I hope I've given you some nice ideas. Thank you so much for coming and seeing us, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, guys.